Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a story time video and it's an exciting one. It's about a stalker that I had, I'm not even messing with you, for the last couple of years. It's only like come to an end now ish. Well, you know, it's not really over. It's still kind of ongoing, but like it's not really bad. Like I'm not worried about it. Anyway, it's all just going to kind of explain itself when I tell it, so I'm just going to start like at the very start of when it started happening. My jeans are not living life today. They're just really like, the holes in them have gotten too big. Do you know that kind of way? I'm just like, I don't want my whole leg out, you know? Okay, so to start at the beginning, I have like brief outlines in my notes in my phone so that I don't leave anything out, so like I'm not just, you know, scrolling through Instagram while I'm trying to tell you a serious story time. Anyway, so it started off when, okay, it was like a few years ago. It wasn't the Christmas just gone, as in last month. It wasn't the Christmas before that. It was the Christmas before that, when I was in second year in college. Yeah, I was in second year in college. I went to look at cameras. It was when I was buying the camera that I'm using right now. Cute. But yeah, I was going to buy my camera and I decided to go look in this shop first because it's like local enough, and yeah, so I went there with my mom because I knew I wanted to get a camera for Christmas, so she came with me and we were just like, can we just play around with them? I kind of knew in my head that I wanted the Olympus pen, but I wanted to try other ones out. So that's what I did. Of course they didn't stock the Olympus pen, but your man, well, this is where it starts. The guy that was serving us like was really helpful, showed us like every single camera, was like, oh, like you can play around with them, like feel free to take pictures of yourself, like put a memory card in it for us and everything. He was like, take videos, do whatever you want. Like my mom was like, oh, she wants it for her YouTube videos and for this and for that, like and for outfit pictures and stuff like that. And obviously he was like into his cameras if he worked in the camera centre there, so he like went into pretty much huge amount of detail on all the cameras. But like, to be honest, I knew I wasn't like, I knew what camera I wanted, do you know what I mean? So we were like trying our best to get over there, but it just wasn't really going great. Anyway, so then he said, oh, today has been kind of busy, like I think you should come back another day and I'll like go into more depth and stuff like that. And he was like, do you want me to take your number and I'll give you a ring to ask if you're like to try and arrange a time that suits you and stuff like that. So I was like, Mom, you give your number because I hate phone calls and I hate all that. So I was like, Mom, please just give yours. And then she was like, yeah, grand. So she gave her number. Sure as hell, the next day he rang her and was like, so what time like suits you, what day can you come in and everything. And I'd already been like, Mom, babe, we're not coming back, we've already seen all the cameras and I already know which one I want and they don't have it. So I think she just said, oh, it's grand, like we found the camera that she wants or something, and we never went back to look at cameras. But I did go to that shop really often to like print pictures and stuff for college, because I don't know, I always had to print pictures for college and I always just got them printed there because it was way better quality than doing it at home. So yeah, I went there like all the time to get pictures printed. I remember I went one weekend and I went with my dad, got loads of pictures printed for college, and then it was the same guy serving us and he was like talking to me and stuff, and my dad was like, he's a weirdo, like why is he talking to you? And literally he was like, wait, like the guy that was serving us was probably about 45, late 40s. I'm really bad at telling people's ages, but that's the youngest he could be, like the very youngest. Like he could be 50, I'm not even sure. Like he was dad vibes, do you know what I mean? And not good looking dad vibes, like not DILF. But you could tell that he didn't have kids, you know. You know what I'm trying to create? Just a guy that like still thinks he's 20 kind of, but like he's actually in his late 40s, 50s. He's got a dad bod but doesn't have kids, like that kind of vibe. Yeah, so basically this was all fine. I was like, oh, it's grand, he's nice, like whatever, it's grand. He helped me look for a camera. Of course my camera died at the most important part, so sorry about that. Well, it wasn't the most important part, but like I was only getting into it. Anyway, yeah, so I was like, oh, it's grand, dad, don't worry, it's no problem. But he was like, he's an idiot. So then we left, we went somewhere else, I can't remember where we went, and then probably to get more college stuff. And then I was like, wait, I don't have the pictures, he never gave us them. Oh, he gave us some of the photos but not all of them, so I got loads printed. So you know the way they come in like a little packet when you get photos printed, so he gave us one packet and kept the other one. And then we were like, okay, so then we had to go back and get it, and my dad was like, he's a fucking weirdo, he definitely did that on purpose. And I was like, my dad's real paranoid about stuff like that, so like he can be very dramatic about stuff like that, and I'm just like, most of the time, like, how do you even think like that? Like, I'd never even think of that. But he was like, he's a weirdo, I just get a bad vibe, like I feel like he kept them so we'd have to come back for them. And I was like, ugh. So then we went back, and then the next time I went he didn't charge me for whatever I got printed, because he was like, oh, you had to come back the last time. So I was like, alright, thanks. But yeah, that was all fine until, well, a few weeks later he added me on Facebook. I was like, that's a bit weird, I don't know who the hell this is. And then I remember looking at the pictures like, I definitely recognise him. And I was like, oh, hardly. And you know the way it's hard to recognise people when you see them out of their like usual setting. So yeah, it was really weird. I was like, oh my god, I think that's him. And I obviously didn't accept. But then he started messaging me being like, oh, do you want to like shoot soon? And like, I remember him asking me loads about my YouTube channel and everything when I was in the shop, and like saying like, what do you do, like what sort of stuff do you put on it and stuff like that. It was when I literally only started it, so I had like one video or something. But yeah, he was like, he started trying to message me on Facebook and like, when can you do a shoot with me, like I'll shoot out for pictures for you and all this. Yeah, just weird stuff. Like was like sending me pictures of like inspiration and stuff like that, and I was just like, oh, I just don't feel comfortable, like I just didn't get a good vibe. So I obviously didn't meet up with him. And then it was Halloween, so bear in mind when this all started it was Christmas when I went to look for a camera. So Halloween of the next year, I was asleep and I woke up to get up for college. I looked at my phone and I had a message from a page and it was like blah 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 photography, and I was like, and it was a weird message. It was like, I'd put up a picture of Halloween sweets and he was like, speaking of sweets, can I be your sugar daddy, or something really weird like that, and like winky face. And I was just like, who is this freak? So then I went onto his page, and of course I like scrolled down loads and loads because all the pictures were of random landscapes and random everything was just like photography pics, and there was no picture of the person. And then I remember clicking onto that page before when they'd messaged me, but I just saw photography pics and I was like, oh, it's just some random photographer. So then I this time was like, what? So I scrolled like the whole way down and I found a picture, and it was the guy from the shop. And I was like, that's a very strange message. And I obviously had recognised the name, so I went back through the messages, and there was loads of messages from the last few months, literally since Christmas when I was in the store, and they were all like replies to my stories, like if I put up a selfie or anything on my stories, or even a photo, he'd like send me the photo, you know, he can do that, and be like, beautiful, stunning, sexy as always, and all these weird things. I was just like, hardly, like genuinely hardly. And then I was like, okay, so this is very awkward. So obviously I blocked him, and I was like a bit freaked out. I remember like, this is so weird. And then I was like, oh whatever, just some freak show. Yeah, so then I kept getting messages on Facebook on my personal page, so I blocked him on that, and then he started messaging me on my Facebook like page, which I don't even really use, and I was just like, oh for fuck's sake. So I blocked him on that, but for some reason he can genuinely still message me on it. Like, I still get messages until this day. Like, I'd say if I go on now I have a new one, but it was only a few weeks ago that I went on and I had a new message, and I remember I was getting loads of them when I was in America, and I was like, how does he know I'm in America when I genuinely have him blocked on everything? Like, I was like, maybe he's going onto my YouTube channel, but I didn't even have like any videos up yet because I was still in America, unless I might have said in one of my videos I'm going to America. But like, I don't know, it was just weird, and I was like, okay, this is really, really strange. Sorry, before all that happened, after I'd blocked him on everything, like the next day, I'm not even kidding with you, I got someone follow me that was like a really strange name. It was like just random letters put together. It wasn't an actual normal name, it was like some fake catfishy name and like numbers after it, and they just would comment on everything. I didn't put two together and think that it could be him, and I still don't till this day now know if it was him who made that account, but I just know that they messaged me all the time, asked me for phone calls, like, oh, it was so weird. Like, they'd comment on every single picture saying you look great, like all that kind of stuff, and would like send the photo to me and say really weird stuff, and then we'll be like, oh, like, do you want to come to a hotel and I'll pay you just to come and be with me, and like really weird stuff like that. And then I was just like, no, blocked them. And I don't actually know why it took me so long to block them, but I think I just kept ignoring the messages because, like, I think it's pretty normal to get random messages like that all the time from people, and because I didn't recognise them, it was just some freak, like I just completely would ignore it. Like, it was just a random comment on my pics and just a random DM. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, I just was not really that creeped out by it. I was just like, that's a bit weird. Then when all the weird messages started coming in, like the really weird ones, I was like, okay, that's way too much for me, I'm absolutely blocking them right now. So then I blocked them. They comment on my friends' photos and DM my friends and ask them to ask me to unblock them, to tell them they were sorry, tell me they're sorry. They comment on girls' pictures who I wasn't even that good friends with. If I was just tagged in a photo with them, where they commented on my photo where like they were barely related to me even, they'd message them or comment on their pictures and say, get Emma Doyle to flippin' unblock me. Obviously I've never unblocked them, but yeah, that was what it was. This was a while ago, but they're still messaging me on my Facebook page, and I can't, like, I have them blocked. It won't even let me reply to the messages. I'll show you on the screen what it looks like when they message me, but the messages are just like, you know, like they're harmless messages that I'm getting, and it's from his page, like the guy who worked in the shop, like his personal page. Like, it's not that other fake one or anything, because that's completely gone now. I haven't heard anything from them, but it's just the weirdest thing. I'm gonna try find the Facebook message and see what they said, but like okay, so the last time was a week ago. Just comes up as Facebook user. Then when I go into it, I can see his picture, so I know it's him. So the last one that they sent was a thumbs up because I didn't reply to them before that, saying you hungry. And before that was a thumbs up because you reply. The one before that said if no reply, thanks. One before that was thumbs up. One before that, I'll collect you and bring you for breakfast. One before that was that. Will I WhatsApp you? Like, you don't have a number, so no. Go for a beach walk? No. Can you meet for breakfast or a mountain walk? No. And then these are just between every message basically, so I'm not even going to keep saying that. Hi, didn't reply to, like, haven't replied once. Heya, any plans? Do some winter shoots. Hey, can you shoot tomorrow? Heya. These are when I were in America. Would you live in LA? hey, how are you finding LA? A picture of LA. They sent, are you going to be in LA soon? Morning, are you free to shoot today? Are you in LA mid-August? If you're free Monday afternoon, let me know. Cheers. How are you free to shoot? How are you free to shoot? Can you shoot this weekend? How are you interested in doing a shoot? Are you free this afternoon? Like, all these random messages. These are from May. Morning, are you free? Blah 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 blah. They're all stuff like that. Like, they're innocent messages, but it's just weird. The first one they sent was in February last year on to my like page just, and that was when I had them blocked on everything else. It said, hey Emma, how are you? Are you interested in doing some shoots? Let me know. Cheers. Blah blah blah. Like, they're all harmless, but it's just all very weird. One says, hey, are you in town? No, like, I'm not. Have a new flash if you fancy doing some test shoots. No, I don't. Like, yeah. Anyway, that's basically it now. I'm still getting the odd few messages on it, but they're blocked. So I don't think they can see anything that I put up, but like, it's very, very weird. Yeah, I didn't go back to that shop for ages as well. I went back recently, like literally like a few weeks ago, and I didn't see him, and then I went back another time since then and I didn't see him, so I'm guessing he probably doesn't work there anymore, hopefully for everyone else that works there and their safety. But yeah, so pretty much that's it. There's no like conclusion. It's like still kind of going on, but not really, you know. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and obviously this is not a severe stalky creeper story, so if you do encounter something way more severe than this, you probably should do something about it. You shouldn't just be like me and be like, yeah, it's done now. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a like and turn on push notifications if you don't have notifications turned on already for my channel, so you don't miss out on my videos, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. That was a flippin' mouthful. Bye.